you tell me your full name?
My full name is Alan Jared Moran Velasquez. I'm a 22-year-old student.
How do you spell your surname?
My surname is Moran, and it is spelled Moran.
Where are you from?
I am from Torreon, Coahuila, a city in the north part of Mexico where the weather is mostly warm around all the time of the year.
What do you like most about your hometown?
What I like most about my hometown is that all my family and friends live in the same city as me, so I can visit them very often. Also, I like that the distances I have to travel are not very long.
What's your job?
My job is a financial analyst for a big multinational company that is um, does research about investing in smaller companies.
What exactly does your job involve?
My job involves doing deep research on companies and their financial statements so I can report to my company whether if it's safe or not or too risky to invest in these smaller companies.
What made you decide on this kind of work?
What made me design in this work was that it paid a really nice salary. Also, the building where I was supposed to work was really nice, and it gave me a very good chance of starting off my career with a very nice opportunity for me.
How do you use English in your work?
Well, I use English in my work all the time because all the information that I'm reading and researching on is mostly from other countries outside Mexico. So the information is not in Spanish. I have to read it in English and then make reports and send it to my colleagues in English.
Part 2. Reading aloud. You will see 8 sentences on the screen. Read each sentence aloud after the tone. Look at the timer to see how much time you have to give your answer. Question 1.
This is the latest version of the plan.
Question 2.
These are the minutes of the last committee meeting.
Question 3.
Sales have risen faster than expected over the last quarter.
Question 4.
I will give you a summary of the figures at the end of my talk.
Question 5.
Mr. Bond apologizes for not being able to attend the reception.
Question 6.
Permission to develop the land must be gained in advance.
Question 7.
Dr. Clark would like to phone her back before 3 o'clock.
Question 8.
The design should follow the guidelines set out in the tender specifications.
Part 3. Presentation. You will have 1 minute to talk about a topic. First, you have 40 seconds to read the task and prepare what you are going to say. You will then be given 1 minute to speak. Please begin speaking now.
I think the perfect office for me to work would be in a very tall building in the center town downtown. I think the office should have a very minimalistic and modern design in order to inspire creativity. I think it should always be very clean so that it gives a good aspect to the workers. I think it should have a very big cafeteria for the employees to have lunch and eat there at the work hours. And I also think it should have a relaxed place so workers can relax and take a break during their work hours.
Part 4. Presentation with graphics. You will have 1 minute to talk about some visual information. First, you have 1 minute to look at the task and prepare what you are going to say. You will then be given 1 minute to speak. Please begin speaking now.
Hello, I'm gonna talk about Pepco exports in the years 2005 to 2007. Well, in 2005, all of Pepco exports were based in Japan. with Japan having 75% of all the exports that Pepco produced. This was reduced in 2006 to only 55%, and finally in 2007 with a 50%. Exports to Brazil grew from 2005 by 20%, from 10% to 30%. Also, exports to Canada stayed almost the same, by them being in 15% in 2005, 15% in 2006, and finally in 2007 to 25%, having a more diversified exports for Pepco.
Part 5. Communication activity. You will imagine you are in this situation. You have 40 seconds to read the task. How important do you think the location of a conference is?
I think the location of a conference place is the more crucial part of choosing where to do a conference, because it has to be a very centric place, an unknown place, so that all the people that want to go to a conference know where it is, and that if they know where it is, they are gonna probably go.
What equipment should a good conference center have?
A good conference center should have um, a lot of seats for the big capability of sitting. It should have high-end modern audio equipment so that the speaker can explain their points to their audiences, and it should also have a projector to project his PowerPoint presentation.
What catering facilities do you expect to find in a good conference center?
Well, in a good conference center, I would expect to have very big catering facilities, due to that if it's a big event. And in these catering facilities, it should have uh, availability to all the assistants to the conference.
What makes a good conference speaker?
I think what makes a good conference speaker is his or her ability to get the audience to pay attention to all of his talk. He must probably begin with a joke to break the ice and make spectators uh, want to understand and listen to what he or she is explaining in
What is the ideal length of a good conference?
I think the ideal length of a good conference is around 1 to 2 hours, due to that the audience may lose interest in the talk, and the exponent would lose his or her ability to communicate the point.
That's the end of the Bullats speaking.